Hi, I'm Bailey with Lake County Communications. And did you know we've had dogs working at Lake County for over 30 years across several departments? Lake County currently has 12 dogs working in 3 departments: the Sheriff's Office, the State's Attorney's Office, and the Public Defender's Office. In total, we've had over 24 dogs as part of our team across 4 different departments. Each dog is trained extensively before arriving and continuously trained to develop their skills with their handlers and the team. The Sheriff's Office was the first department to bring dogs into our offices in the 1980s. They currently have 10 canine officers that are sworn in and specially trained in roles including patrol, safety, apprehension, and scent tracking for humans, drugs, bombs, electronics, or even cadavers. Now let's meet the 12 extraordinary dogs of Lake County.
My German Shepherd canine partner, Axel. I've had him just over a year. He's from the Czech Republic. He's what we call a dual-purpose dog. So he's trained in human scent tracking. He's trained in narcotics detection, so cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, and marijuana. He's also trained in article searches, so if you were to drop a cell phone or anything in a field or a firearm that we're looking for somebody, you'd be able to find it just based off the human scent. So like a typical day for us would be wake up, I usually put him on, I have a treadmill at home for him. I usually run him on there for about half an hour, so it's good for his joints. We're on the midnight shift, so we start at 6:30 p.m. and we work till 6:30 a.m. Throughout the night, we'll do various training exercises. Some nights we'll get calls for other agencies that don't have canines. They can take advantage of our dogs for anything. They could be vehicle searches or tracks for people, missing persons. I think it's good that other departments that aren't as lucky as us that have canines, they can use us without having to worry about trying to get one of their own.
This is my canine partner, Dano. He will be 4 years old in August, and he is a German Shepherd from the Czech Republic. Canine Dano is a dual-purpose dog. He is a patrol canine, which means he does tracking, narcotics work, as well as criminal apprehensions. Dano lives with me at home, so we'll get ready as a normal day. As soon as he sees the uniform start going on, he knows it's a work day, so he'll be waiting at the front door for me to start getting ready. Once we hit the street, he's pretty much all business. At home, he's just like any other dog, likes to lounge around the house. At work, so we'll go through a couple different training things per day, and then typically we'll get maybe half a dozen call-outs a week. So one call in particular really resonated why I wanted to do this position is there was an armed robbery that we responded to. Canine Dano was deployed to track the subject, and we ended up tracking him, finding him hiding out near an abandoned property. Once we determined where he was hidden, we called him out, he surrendered, and that person was subsequently placed in jail. And just shows that, through our hard work and effort, we were able to do something like that, especially in a dangerous situation.
Right over here is my partner Dax. We've been partnered up for the last 7 years. He's a male German Shepherd dog. He's trained in many different areas, as I mentioned earlier, many different disciplines. First and foremost, obedience. That's how we communicate with each other. He's trained in narcotics detection. He's trained how to track lost individuals by either smelling the ground, smelling the air by trailing, or air scenting to locate them. Again, whether it be a fleeing felon, a lost child, an elderly subject, or someone in mental crisis who's just become lost and needs assistance. So behind me here we have one of the other areas that Dax is trained in, and that's obstacle negotiation, which is very important for him to perform his duties. If the first time he's deployed he comes to an area with downed trees in the forest or something and he doesn't know how to negotiate whether to go under or to jump over them, it's a problem. I would have to lift him where it's something that he could easily jump or go under himself. When he finds people, he gets very excited, whether it be apprehending someone who obviously has committed a crime, but he's just excited when he finds a lost elderly subject or a lost child, because he realizes that I'm very happy with that, his performance when he does that, and what he gets is play out of that. So.
During filming, Canine Boomer and his partner, Deputy Kilpatrick, were out on leave, but will return to patrol soon. Canine Boomer is a German Shepherd born in 2014 in Slovakia. He is a canine specializing in explosive identification with the Sheriff's Office and is also trained in tracking missing people and suspects.
This is my canine partner. His name is Draco. We have been together for approximately 9 months. And he is a German Shepherd, and he was brought here from the Czech Republic. He is dual purpose, apprehension and detection. Apprehension covers handler protection, and detection covers narcotics and tracking. When we wake up, we try to go for a walk. It's really hard to burn his energy, but we try our best. He loves long walks, and I also have another German Shepherd that loves walks, so it works for all of us. Most days we're either in training or at work. We don't always see people on their best days, so I think even our canines make people's days better. When you pass through a neighborhood and you see children and they just want to see your dog, and that just makes everything better. And I always wanted to have a partner with me 24/7, and that's what we have. And the bond that we have is unlike any other I've shared with any human being. So it's definitely been one of the best parts of my career.
Canine Duke is a German Shepherd dog from the Czech Republic. Canine Duke will be 10 years old next week, and he is the oldest serving canine with the Lake County Sheriff's Office. Canine Duke is a dual-purpose canine. He's certified through the Illinois State Training and Standards Board and also through the North American Police Work Dog Association, both in narcotics and as a utility patrol dog. Canine Duke has been with me, of course, all 8 years, and he lives with me at home and my family. He's acclimated perfect, even though we have another another shepherd at our house named Bubba. So it's Bubba and Duke and Bubba. And he's got rather a switch all the time, so whenever he's in the car, he's really chill, he's laid back, but he knows when I put it in park and pop the seatbelt off, he's ready to go. Spinning, and even though he's 10 years old, he's got some young blood in him and ready to go, and loves being on the street. Probably his specialty is narcotics. We've assisted several federal and state local law enforcement agencies with large narcotic seizures. He's a little over 75 kilos total in his 8 years on the road. With Duke nearing retirement, probably the next year and a half, I will purchase him from the county for $1. And the best part about that is we were doing a demo for an elderly residential home for women. One of the participants in the audience asked me the same question: what do you do with him when he retires? And I said, well, I purchase him for $1 from the county to make an official transaction. And this young lady reaches into her purse and pulls out that $1. I still have that $1. It is on his stab-resistant vest that he has, and it's underneath one of the panels that say Sheriff, and that $1 stays with him until he retires, and that's the $1 I'll give to the county board to take Duke into retirement.
This is my partner, Canine Loki. He will be 2 years old in August. He's from a breeder in Illinois. Loki is a dual-purpose canine. He is trained in apprehension and detection, which includes narcotics, tracking, area searches, and building searches. So a typical day with Canine Loki right now is a lot of training since we're new. So usually we have training before shift, then come to shift. There's training during shift as well. So it's an ongoing process, just having the dog learn more and be more efficient at everything he does, along with me becoming a better handler with the dog.
My dog's name is Odin. He's a 3-year-old German Shepherd. He's from Israel. Odin is a dual-purpose canine. He specializes in handler protection and apprehension and narcotics detection. Odin and I regularly attend training, and even throughout the shift, I'll lay tracks for him, I'll hide articles, and have him do field searches to try to find the articles that are out there.
This is my canine partner, Tera, also known as Terabyte. So Tera is a black Labrador. She is an electronics detection canine. She was trained at the Jordan Detection Canine Facility in Indianapolis, Indiana. So I got Tera as part of a grant since she detects electronic media, hard drives, phones, flash drives, SD cards, anything with some sort of memory within it. So when we go conduct search warrants on residences that may have child exploitation material, she'll be able to seek out if anything's been hidden within the residence. So my typical day with Tera is I'll set up a room or somewhere around the sheriff's office to do her training. We do training 2 times a day, once in the morning and once at night. She only eats when she trains. I'll send her in to find the items so she can eat. And then I'll do the same at home, usually at a local park or at my house or out in the yard or somewhere local. Every now and then, we will do, we have jail checks here at the Lake County Sheriff's Office where we'll go in and do surprise checks in inmate cells to make sure nothing's been smuggled inside. And then when we do search warrants, usually in the morning, I'll wake her up, I'll feed her a little bit, and then we'll go off and get to work doing a search warrant, searching multiple rooms or the residence for any hidden electronics. Black Labs are usually picked for this type of work due to their desire to eat and how easy they are to train. And as you can tell, she's very calm, docile. So she's also trained as a therapy dog. So, anytime somebody comes up in the criminal investigations division, she's just wandering around and usually sitting at the elevator to welcome anybody up for a couple of pats or belly rubs.
This is canine Zeus. So Zeus is a 2-year-old German Shepherd. He's from Germany. He was brought over to the United States when he was about 12 months old. And then we train every week, at least 4 times a week on top of our regular duties. Zeus is a dual-purpose dog. He's trained in tracking, apprehension, and protection, specializing pretty much in all 3 of those categories. I currently work day shift. So we'll get up in the morning, I'll feed him, get him ready for work, obviously get myself ready for work, report to whatever area that I'm assigned to for that day. And then from there we answer calls for service, and any call that Zeus can assist us with, we'll deploy him at that point. And then we obviously officer not just to the areas that I'm assigned to, but anywhere within the county and outside the county if need be.
Mitch was the first facility dog to come to Lake County in 2015. He retired in 2023, but his calming presence was so beneficial, the state's attorney's office added another comfort dog, Hitch.
This is duo dog Hitch. He's a trained facility dog, also with the Lake County State's Attorney's Office, and he's been with the office for about 7 years now. Hitch is a black Labrador Retriever. He was born in St. Louis, Missouri, and he was also trained by an organization called Duo Dogs, and they're also located in St. Louis, Missouri. So I've been Hitch's handler for about 5 years. He specializes in the 19th Judicial Circuit Specialty Court programs, which are drug court, mental health court, and the Veterans Treatment Assistant Courts. Hitch's role in the specialty court programs is to provide assistance and comfort for those who have found themselves in the court programs. He works with people who have maybe gone through some very traumatic things in their lives, and he is really great at sensing when people need comfort and are needing, especially because it can be really difficult for people to talk about what they've been through, and he really can sense when someone is needing some extra love and some extra support.
Duo dog Simba is a trained facility dog. He was formally trained at Duo Dogs in St. Louis, Missouri, where they both bred and trained him. He's been with our office for approximately 5.5 years. Simba is trained as a facility dog, and on a standard court day, he will simply go into the courtroom, and he has been trained to lay quietly, to be present in the courtroom throughout the entire court call. We were the first public defender's office in the country to have a certified facility dog as part of our staff. He is the first in the country and still the only facility dog assigned to a public defender's office. A typical day for Simba in the mornings, our routine when we have him in our homes is to walk him with our other dogs, feed him with our other dogs, and then we bring him to work, and when he gets out of the car, the vest goes on. The vest is a signal to him. It tells him that he's working. And when he comes into the court facility, that's when he is at work. He's there for our staff, just like he's there for our clients. He does seem to know who to go to, who is in need of him. He can walk into a room and suss out the person who is feeling the most stress, the person who is most in need of having him near them. And he will go over and sit next to that person without our telling him to do so. We recertify him annually by showing that he is still able to perform the behaviors and the tasks that he's been trained on. And once a year, we're required to recertify that so that he maintains his ability to do what he does. He'll do this job until he turns 10. When he turns 10, Duo has agreed as part of their contract that his ownership goes to us, and that he becomes our dog and is no longer a Duo dog. On that day, on his 10th birthday, we'll take off his vest, and it'll be the last time we take off his vest, and he'll become a pet.
We hope you enjoyed learning about the dogs of Lake County. Wave hello the next time you see one of them out and about in Lake County.